contract has already been signed after Haney dropped the lawsuit. So if you didn't remember, man, after Ryan Garcia knocked Devin Haney out, we still gonna say it. We still seen it. I don't care what you say, how much steroids or whatever you say was in his body. It wasn't enough to cause what he did. So I mean, Devin Haney drops the lawsuit. It looks like here Ryan Garcia and them are now gonna fight. Ryan Garcia is now right now on Ring Champs, on the podcast Ring Champs, talking about basically his addiction, his discipline, and everything about his mindset that he was going through around this time. I mean, because remember he was talking crazy. He was talking about like the kids getting basically the kids getting
Oh,
kidnapped and everything.
he was talking about that whole like conspiracy stuff and what's it called where the rich people go and they do like their seances.
Mm-hmm. I forgot the name of it, but yeah,
Uh,
comment down below the name of the place. He
he was saying I've been there.
Was it Botanical Gardens?
No,
It's something.
something like that.
It was something like that. He said the kids would get kidnapped too. Also, I mean, he was saying how he was drinking before the fight, how he shouldn't have been doing that. He should have been taking it more serious. He talks about that. Also, he talks about how he just gave up basically fighting the whole basically steroid, basically the whole being taking the whole illegal substance situation because he feels like, I mean, New York Commission, they think what they're gonna think. Even if he proves them wrong, he feels like they already suspended me. I already did the time. I'm just ready to get this over with. So this May the 2nd, he is fighting Rolly. He will be fighting Rolly, and also Devin will be fighting Jose Ramirez. And if they both win that fight, that's stipulations. If they both win that fight, then that's when they'll be able to go against each other, and you'll be able to get that rematch.
Haney's fighting Ramirez.
No, Haney, no, Rolly Ramirez is Ryan's fighting.
Oh, he's fighting Rolly, but
Yeah.
who's Haney fighting?
Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ramirez.
Yeah, different Ramirez.
Oh,
You don't know.
Rolly's Ramirez too.
Rolly is Rolly's last name was something else. Something it's like Rolla, or it's like Roland something.
Oh, but I think Haney's gonna have a hard time with Ramirez.
You think so?
Yeah,
I can definitely see Haney.
that's the guy that's like real short with the skinhead.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, I can see Devin Haney really having a problem with that. I mean, but I just want Devin Haney to win so they can set up for this rematch. Because I mean, that's what everybody really want to see. Devin Haney out here crying, saying that he only lost because of that one situation, and he said, oh yeah, this destroyed my whole life and everything. And I think like this time around, it'll be put up or shut up because I mean I'm pretty sure they're gonna have all types of testing that's gonna be going on, like the whole like what Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao is doing, like how they did like the Olympic style drug testing. I'm feel like they're gonna do something like that to make sure like nothing happens, so this fight doesn't get messed up with.
It's so crazy how boxers like they always try to cheat each other with the stipulations. Like, oh, I want to do that this weight because I know you'll be super dehydrated, and then I'm gonna try to make the fight go longer. So while you're dehydrated, maybe I could catch you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why are you trying to keep playing those games within a game? Why can't you fight just at a weight that you're both comfortable with and have a fair fight rather than, I don't want to no rehydration clause or all this like random stipulations or a super low weight where, you're cutting like, 10 pounds, but he's cutting like 25.
Exactly.
And that's going to kill his strength, and his endurance.
It's the whole Floyd Mayweather thing. They learned it from Floyd Mayweather. You see what he did to Manny?
That's why no one respects Floyd, man.
He should.
That's like, even though he's undefeated, everyone saw that he ducked and dodged fights. He didn't fight Manny Pacquiao until he was in a retirement home. And then, his fights honestly wasn't that impressive. He was never knocking one out. He was always winning by points. So in any sport, if you're watching someone and they're trying to play the rules, then rather play the game, to me, they get no respect. And I feel like that's what happened with Floyd Mayweather. You're just playing the rules rather than playing the game. And when you do that, you cheat the game. And that's when you lose your reputation.
That's why boxing is going under. I mean, that's what people saying, like boxing is losing a lot of fans. A lot of people going to UFC, but at the
UFC
same time,
is way cooler.
Well, yeah, until you see the hugging match, you see like if for some strange reason,
go ahead.
Like you see like some strange reason, like all the like UFC would be good. I mean, like the fights would be good until you get like that. For some strange reason, you get that one pay-per-view where like 8 of the 20 fights is all hugging. And it's like, well, why wouldn't it get to the main card? Like all the other cards before the main card was good. People getting knocked up, but as soon as the main card started, everybody hugging.
That's why they should let me be commissioner of both. I'd fix it for boxing. No ducking, no special rules where you're trying to cheat one fighter. We're going to do it the most fair and you fight. UFC, I would have, if you get someone on the ground and you don't get them within a hold in 30 seconds, it's a stand-up reset. You literally have 30 seconds to get them in your hold where they tap out. And if not, it's a reset. People were not paying big money to see one guy just grope the other guy for a whole round. And then he goes like, I got the points because I had the top position. You're doing the Floyd Mayweather stuff. You need to stop. I really believe if they want UFC to take it to the next level, they need a rule to really limit the ground game, because in a real fight, that's what they say, well, it's the closest thing to a real fight. But in a real fight, no one's going to let you get you in like a weird pinky hold or a weird neck hold. They're going to grab your crotch and then you're going to release them.
Exactly.
They're not going to allow you to do some weird random stuff. So you might as well just fight a traditional fight and stand up. No one wants to see the two guys groping each other. Maybe the women want to see that. It's free night at the club for them. But no, that makes the sport lame.
Exactly. That does make the sport lame. And also what also makes the sport lame is the whole title built situation, and how like you can have a title, you can have a title and you can feel like the person that your division wants you to fight next isn't on your level. You feel like, oh yeah, if I fight this person, like this person doesn't get any views. Like if I fight him, it'd be a waste of time. I'm really doing him a favor. And it's like, well, if you don't fight him, then you have to vacate the title. And then if you vacate the title, then the next fight is like, oh yeah, that person you're supposed to fight. Then you number one. Then like, oh yeah, you have to fight like the fifth best person. Then like you don't want to fight him because he's the fifth best person. The next thing you know, your title vacant. That fifth best person has to fight like the 10th best person. Then next thing you know, the 10th best person ends up knocking out the fifth best person because some random way, and he's basically the champion. And you're like, who the hell is this? Like nobody cares. Like the person's a champion is like got knocked out like 10 times. Has like 10 losses.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And plus, even if you become champion, there's multiple belts.
Exactly.
Sometimes what is there? What, like 3 belts for the same weight class? Because there's like 3 different things.
It's like the 3 different basically conferences, division, whatever you want to call them.
And
3 different ones, WBA and all that stuff.
And we're talking about this as casual fighting fans. We're not one of the sweaties that know every rule, every stat, every fighter height.
We do know one thing. Gervonta Davis was down. That should have counted.
Yeah, yeah, that's the same thing too, man. That makes me so mad when Gervonta Davis lost, and then they're like, they're not going to call it a down. And it's like 100% was a down. In any other fight in the world, he would have had a down and lost the fight. But since he's like boxing's golden child, they weren't ready for him to lose yet.
So he doesn't have a title. He doesn't have a title, but like if a Gervonta Davis fight happens, you want to watch it. So do you even feel like titles are even worth it?
No, not really, because I think all these guys are looking at the purse. Like what's the pay-per-view bringing in? Oh, I could fight the champ, but this fight might make $20 million. But I could fight this dude that's talking trash about me, and they say that fight's going to pull in 75. Well, I'll pass on the title belt. If it's still there afterwards, I'll go for it maybe. But I want this big money fight right now, and I feel like that's what you see happening sometimes.
True.
And it's like, how does this champ keep on getting these easy fights? Well, he's not an exciting champ, so no one's really that pressed to fight him.
Exactly. It's like if Shakur wins, like if Shakur ends up winning the title, like nobody really wants to watch like you don't really want to watch a Devin Haney fight. You want to watch a Devin Haney fight to see him get knocked out.
Yeah.
If it's like
he got the break speed off him, man, that was embarrassing.
Exactly. And then like the whole Shakur, he's boring when he fights. So I mean,
I really want to see Gervonta versus Ryan Garcia.
The second one?
Yeah, I feel like they said they'd gone at it before in the amateurs, and it was pretty even. And then Garcia had that broken rib, but he still went through it. And then, he knew about it, so he targeted that broken rib and got him to take a knee. But I want to see him do it healthy, because I feel like a fair fight where they're both healthy would be a good match. But True. I don't know, Gervonta might got to do that rematch, because he looked really bad his last fight.
I mean, he did look really.
He looked disinterested.
Yeah, he did look really disinterested. He does have to do the rematch with Roach.
Unfocused.
Also, I mean, Ryan already talked about other people that he wanted to go against, like Shakur. He said he wanted to fight Shakur. He wanted to fight Terrence Crawford, Boots Ennis. He also wanted to fight Teofimo Lopez. I mean, it's a lot of people that he wanted to fight. I mean, him fighting Terrence Crawford, that'd be a nice fight. I mean, him fighting Teofimo Lopez and also fighting Gervonta Davis would actually be a good fight. So hopefully, I mean, now that boxing's getting more money into it, because I think they I forgot the name of the this chick dude that ends up putting this.
Oh yeah, the dude, the Dubai dude.
The Dubai dude that's trying to put more money into boxing and everything. I feel like it's gonna bring you into more. It's gonna bring in more fights.
That's crazy. That it's literally taking a boxing fan that's a billionaire to put in their own money to like get the sport going again.
They do the same thing with UFC and they are doing the same thing with UFC and WWE wrestling. They bought that too.
Who did?
The
Dubai people.
Dubai people, yeah.
They got ridiculous money.
They got the oil money. They trying to do something with it. They trying to flip it.
Cause they even did that with golf. Remember they had built that league that was competing with the PGA,
yeah,
and they were like,
ended up getting banned because they actually end up actually.
They were anyone that was agreeing to play in that league, they were banning them from the PGA. They're like, you can't do both leagues. You got to pick one. But now they're supposedly joining the leagues together, so it'll be like a thing. It'll be like PGA / this, so because they want to keep all the best guys going against each other rather than have them. Split. It's like back in the day, there's the NBA and the ABA. Could you imagine? Be like, oh, this team's the champion, and they're like, oh, they wouldn't have won the championship in this league.
Facts. I mean, they did talk about overseas starting their own NBA league. I mean, NBA
franchise. They were gonna think about moving a team over there eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna see how that happens. I didn't really doubt that happens, but I mean, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about this whole Ryan Garcia situation. Do you feel like you want to see him and Devin Haney fight again? How do you feel about the sport of boxing and the whole title situation? Do you feel like it even matter? Like, I mean, I find myself watching a lot of people that don't have a title fight over people that do have a title. I really don't care because a lot of people are getting like titles, like Tyson Fury. Like, I really don't.
Oh yeah, those fights are good.
These fights are good.
I would say, to be honest, there's maybe like 3 boxing fights a year that we get hyped for, where we get the pay-per-view, you're hanging with the boys, you're getting some brewskis, you're making some nachos. There's maybe like 3 boxing fights a year like that we really tune into. But with UFC, I would say anywhere from like 6 to 10 each year. So I think there's way more bigger fights in UFC that really draws us in, and there's only a handful each year when it comes to boxing.
Yeah, I can see that because I really only want to see Ryan, Javante. I want to see Canelo. See,
even Canelo hasn't really been like his last. You a lot. His last fight didn't do near as good, did it, with the pay-per-view?
I mean, it sold, but I mean,
not like expected though.
It sold because it's Canelo. Like it didn't flop.
It's the point where he's getting like he's not pulling in like he used to. So we'll see.
We'll definitely see where boxing's going. Y'all comment down.
Maybe they need Jake Paul to go to the pro ranks.
Gosh,
it's the only one to save us.
He is saving them. You see what he's doing.
With the Misfits boxing.
Hey, exactly. But
that's crazy because people are more excited about his fights sometimes than real boxing.
Even though they're rigged and set up.
And they're fake, yeah.
Horrible.